welcome back to KingCordia4English.ca. In this video, we will talk about reflexive pronouns. So these pronouns reflect the subject back to itself. So what I need from you right now is to write down this note. Reflexive pronouns reflect the subject back to itself, because you're gonna need it at the end of this video. So the definition of reflexive pronouns: a reflexive pronoun is used when the subject and the object of the sentence are the same person or thing. So there are many reflexive pronouns. So here are the reflexive pronouns: myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. So here are two examples for you. I taught myself Spanish. She prepared herself for the meeting. They blamed themselves. All right, so you remember when I told you to write down a note because you're gonna need it in this video. So in the first example, myself. So I told you reflexive pronoun reflects the subject back to itself. So myself in the first example belonged to the subject pronoun, I. The same with the example number 2. So herself, what? Belongs to the subject pronoun, she. So that's why I told you to write down this note. Reflexive pronouns reflect the subject back to itself. And there is a common mistake among learners. And here's it. He heard himself. So he heard himself. And some people, they would say, oh, he heard him. He heard him. Well, he heard him is correct. But in terms of today's lesson, which is about reflexive pronouns, he heard him grammatically is correct. But when it comes to reflexive pronoun, he heard him is incorrect. Why? Because you remember what I told you, that reflexive pronoun reflects the subject back to itself. So it should be he heard or he hurt himself. All right? Well, here's a quick practice for you. You gotta fill the 2 blanks with the correct reflexive pronoun. But before filling the blanks, you gotta look at the notes I told you to write down and add the blank. So let's go with the first one. I looked at blank in the mirror. Second one. Be careful. Don't hurt blank. So take some moments and think about that. All right, so the first one, I looked at myself in the mirror. The second one, be careful, don't hurt yourself. All right, so now you know how to reflect the action back to the subject. And in order to make it, in order to have this lesson polished, try to Google some examples to have more practice. Well, that's all for today's lesson. And thank you for watching. I'll see you soon in another lesson about pronouns, which will be demonstrative pronouns.